In 2019, a 27-year-old kid in a t-shirt and cargo shorts walked into a room full of Wall Street billionaires. He had messy, uncombed hair. Each was wearing a beanbag chair. And he was worth $32 billion. 3 years later, that same $32 billion was gone. Millions of ordinary people lost everything overnight. And the kid in the t-shirt? He was sitting in a Bahamas jail cell, waiting to be extradited to the United States. This is the story of Sam Bankman-Fried, the man who built the world's second largest crypto empire, and then stole it all. Welcome to Dark Money and Power. Today, we begin a new series, and this one is different from Bernie Madoff. Bernie was old money, old Wall Street. He built his lie over 50 years. Sam Bankman-Fried was 29 years old when he launched FTX. He built his empire in 3 years. He destroyed it in 7 days. If Bernie Madoff was the greatest financial criminal of the 20th century, Sam Bankman-Fried may be the greatest financial criminal of the 21st. Let's start from the very beginning. Samuel Bankman-Fried was born on March 6, 1992, in Stanford, California. His parents were both law professors at Stanford University. His house growing up was not a normal house. The dinner table conversations were about ethics, about philosophy, about how to do the most good in the world. His mother, Barbara Fried, was one of the founders of a political fundraising organization. His father, Joseph Bankman, was a tax law expert who would later, according to prosecutors, help his son hide millions of dollars. From a very young age, Sam was obsessed with one question: how do you do the most good for the most people? He found his answer in a philosophy called effective altruism. The idea was simple: earn as much money as possible, then give it all away to the most effective charities in the world. That sounded noble. It sounded idealistic. And for Sam Bankman-Fried, it became the perfect cover story. In 2010, he enrolled at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, one of the most prestigious universities in the world. He studied physics and mathematics. He was brilliant, awkward, intense, and he had absolutely no interest in normal social interaction. While other students went to parties, Sam was reading papers about market efficiency. While others slept, Sam was thinking about arbitrage opportunities in financial markets. In 2014, he graduated from MIT. He took a job at Jane Street Capital, one of the most elite quantitative trading firms in the world. He was 22 years old, and within months, he was one of their best traders. But Jane Street wasn't enough for Sam. He wanted more. He wanted to change the world. And in 2017, he found his opportunity in the world of cryptocurrency. In 2017, the cryptocurrency market was pure chaos. Bitcoin was exploding. New coins were launching every day. And Sam Bankman-Fried, with his mathematics background and trading experience, saw something that nobody else had noticed: a pricing gap. Bitcoin was trading at different prices on different exchanges around the world. In the United States, one price. In Japan, 15 to 30% higher. Sam saw this gap, and he exploited it. He would buy Bitcoin cheaply in the US and sell it at the higher price in Japan. Simple, brilliant, and extraordinarily profitable. He quit Jane Street. And in late 2017, at just 25 years old, he founded Alameda Research. Alameda was a crypto trading firm. In its first year, the firm made approximately $1 billion in profit. $1 billion in 1 year. He hired a 25-year-old with a small team and a laptop. But here is where the story gets dark. Even in those early days, the way Alameda made money was not always clean. They were accused of manipulating smaller cryptocurrency markets, contracted manipulate, using insider information, or DPE taking risks with other people's money that nobody had authorized. But nobody was watching. Crypto had no real regulators, no SEC, no oversight, any rules. For Sam Bankman-Fried, that was not a problem. That was the opportunity. In May 2019, Sam Bankman-Fried launched FTX. FTX was a currency exchange, a platform where people could buy, sell, and trade crypto assets. But FTX was different from every other exchange. IET was faster, cleaner, more sophisticated. It offered products that no other exchange had: complex derivatives, options, futures contracts for cryptocurrency. Professional traders loved it. Within months, FTX was processing billions of dollars in daily transactions. And Sam Bankman-Fried became the face of crypto. The young genius, the boy wonder, the man who was going to make cryptocurrency legitimate. He moved FTX's headquarters to the Bahamas, a luxury penthouse on the beach. No taxes, no regulations, no oversight. He hired his closest friends and ex-girlfriends to run the company. A group of young people, most in their 20s, living together in a luxury compound, playing video games between meetings, sleeping on beanbags in the office, making billion-dollar decisions at 3 in the morning. And Sam kept spending. He paid $400 million to name the Miami Heat's arena, FTX Arena. He paid celebrities to promote FTX. Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, Stephen Curry, Larry David, Kevin O'Leary. He put them in ads. He gave them equity in the company. Ordinary people saw their heroes promoting FTX, then deposited their life savings into the platform. By 2021, FTX was valued at $32 billion. PSE and Bankman-Fried was worth $16 billion personally. At 29 years old, he was the second richest person under 30 in the entire world. And everyone believed the story. Everyone, but Sam was not just a crypto billionaire. He was, he wanted everyone to know, a philanthropist. He was going to give away almost everything he earned. Effective altruism, remember? He donated millions to pandemic prevention research, to biosecurity initiatives, to AI safety organizations, to Democratic political candidates, over $5 million in the 2022 midterms alone. He testified before the United States Congress about crypto regulation. Senators praised him. The press called him the next Warren Buffett. A Forbes cover story declared him the world's most generous billionaire. But there was something deeply wrong underneath the surface. Something that a few insiders were beginning to suspect. FTX and Alameda Research, paying for Sam's exchange and his trading firm, were not separate companies. They were one machine. And that machine was using customer deposits, the money ordinary people had trusted FTX to hold safely, to fund Alameda's increasingly reckless bets. Every time a customer deposited money on FTX, that money was secretly transferred to Alameda. TO make trades, to pay debts, to fund Sam's political donations. TO paid for the celebrity endorsements. TO buy real estate in the Bahamas. The customers had no idea. Their accounts showed the right numbers. Their statements looked perfect. Just like Bernie Madoff's investors 30 years earlier, on November 2nd, 2022, a financial news website called CoinDesk published the story. It was a leak. Someone inside Sam's world had handed CoinDesk a secret document, Alameda Research's balance sheet. The numbers told a terrifying story. Alameda's largest asset was not real money. It was FTT, a token that FTX itself had created out of thin air. In other words, Alameda's financial foundation was built on a coin that only had value because FTX said it did. it was a house of cards. The crypto market immediately panicked. 4 days later, Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance FA.ST, FTX's biggest rival, made an announcement. He was selling all of Binance's FTT tokens, every single one. The price of FTT collapsed instantly, and FTX customers, suddenly terrified, started withdrawing their money. $6 billion in withdrawal requests in just 72 hours. Sam Bankman-Fried had $800 million left. The walls, just like they had for Bernie Madoff, were closing in. And this time, they were closing in fast. In part 2, we cover the 7 days that destroyed FTX. The phone calls Sam made desperately trying to find a bailout. The moment Binance walked away. The billions that vanished overnight. And the night Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in his Bahamas penthouse, still wearing his t-shirt and shorts. Part 2 drops this Friday. Subscribe now so you don't miss it. This is Dark Money and Power. The truth they don't want you to know.